Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel, or if you are new, welcome. My name is Amber, and I am a lifestyle and career coach who loves to give advice here on YouTube. I share a lot of practical advice for the everyday person who is looking to improve their life, and then I also just share some fun lifestyle tips and advice as well. So if you are interested in those things, please stick around, go ahead and subscribe, and of course hit that thumbs up, like this video so that more people who are interested in these topics can also find my content. So today I'm going to be talking about a topic that is pretty popular here on YouTube, but of course, you know, it would not be an Affirmations with Amber video if I did not put my own spin on it and add my own advice and my perspective. So we're going to be focused on the topic of femininity today, but more specifically, sustainable femininity. Of course, being a feminine woman can mean so many different things to different people, but in reality, there's so many different factors and components that contribute to femininity, and it can look different for everyone. So I am going to be focused on 5 tips to sustainable femininity, mostly focused on the way that you present yourself and the way that you interact with others. That is such an important piece of just being a great person in general, and how you want to be perceived is really presentation, how you interact with others, how kind you are, how you treat other people, how thoughtful and tactful, and all of those things. And then my last tip is going to be kind of a fun little bonus tip that is in the femininity world, but focused more on the lifestyle piece. So let's go ahead and jump right in. So my first tip is to implement routines. Having a pattern set up in your life is going to help you be more consistent with making sure that you can present yourself well, and so that you're not just wrapped up in so many different things and being pulled in so many different directions, and you can really focus on separate areas and give your absolute best. So that includes making sure that you have a good morning routine that involves taking care of yourself, taking care of your presentation, but also taking care of your mind and your body and giving yourself the fuel that you need to have a successful day. And then also your routines throughout the day, having a system for keeping up with the to-do list, taking notes, jotting down things that you don't want to forget, a brain dump list, all the things that can kind of make us like, oh my gosh, what am I doing? Where should I be? Make us feel overwhelmed and like we have to always be in a rush. Have a system in place for those things so that you can easily achieve them throughout the day and they won't be a distraction from what you're focused on at that particular moment. And then of course, always have an evening routine as well. Pour back into yourself. Give yourself some time to wind down, take care of your skin. I always say, just think about this logically. Throughout the day, you are literally walking into who knows what. So make sure that you're washing your face at the end of the night and taking care of your health overall, and just really putting your body into a place where it can rest and recharge and get ready for hopefully a great night of sleep and start it all over again the next day. But having these routines is going to make your life so much easier, and it's also going to help you be able to present yourself in the best way possible because you have set up things to help you be your absolute best. My second tip has to do with the interactions that we have with others, and that is to cleanse yourself of toxicity. And that includes everything, toxins that we're putting into our body, on our skin, through our hair care and everything like that, but also toxicity in the fact of toxic people, toxic work environments, toxic friends, toxic family members. Basically, like when you think about toxicity, it's toxins, it's poisons that are being put into the environment or into your body. And so then when you think about that in relation to a person or a situation or a relationship or a job, why are you going to allow that poison into your body, into your mind, into your heart? If someone is not good for you, if something is not good for you, you know that. You know how people can make you feel, or you know how certain situations can make you feel. If you're uncomfortable, you feel like you're less than, or you get caught into this comparison trap, or someone is always telling you that you are not good enough, that is not someone that you need to be around. And it's the same thing with your job. If it's a place where you don't feel like you can grow and thrive and be respected and appreciated for what you bring to the table, that is a toxic work environment, and you have to remove yourself from it. You cannot fix people. Do not take your time and focus and say, oh, well, they didn't mean it, or it's going to get better. The way that they treat me is going to improve, because it's not. The only way that it's going to improve is if you take charge and you remove yourself from that situation. And so don't say, oh, I didn't realize Don't make excuses for other people, because at the end of the day, you're also making excuses for yourself. Be honest with yourself. Think about the environments that you're putting yourself in. Think about the people who you are spending time with, and picture that as like this terrible poison that is literally seeping into your bloodstream. That is never something that you want to allow. And that does not allow you to lean into your femininity, because you're so focused on fixing this, that, and the other, or trying to make excuses for people, or trying to adapt and become what someone wants, that you can't just be calm. Be yourself and lean into what makes you feel feminine. If someone is making you veer away from the feminine energy that you want to exude or attract, cut them off. Cut off that job, cut off that man, cut off that friend, whatever it is. You do not need that in your life, because it's only going to hold you back. My third tip is to try your best to respond gently to negativity. Even if you are the nicest person, you try not to cause any problems, you have very positive interactions with people, there's always going to be someone who wants to try it. And it can be frustrating, it can be difficult, especially if they're attacking your character, or maybe lying about you, or just making it seem like you are the villain in this situation. Don't give them what they're asking for. People want to see you be upset. They want to see you go off. Let them know. Now, sometimes we do have to take situations as they come, and people may have to see the other side. However, for the most part, if you are feeling calm and confident and content within yourself and leaning into your femininity, where you know what? If that's an issue that they're having, that is just that, their issue. It has nothing to do with me. No matter how I act or how I respond, or if I give them what they want, it's not going to change the fact that they perceive you in a negative way, and that they are trying to create a negative interaction with you. So don't give it to them. Say, okay, you know what? If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. This is how I feel, and we're going to move forward. And so when you have to have interactions with people who kind of bring out to the side of you that makes you want to respond in a negative or more aggressive way, don't let them do it. Because it's not about, oh, well, people think I'm aggressive. If people are going to think you're aggressive, that's what they're going to think. You can't change their idea about that. But it's more so about you inside. Like, if you are feeling that negativity, you're allowing that energy in, that's not good for you. It's not good for your health. It's not good for your mind. It's not good for your growth and your progress in life overall. And so spending so much time trying to let people know or prove people wrong, like, it's not going to solve anything or make anything better for you. So just try your best to respond in a graceful way, and don't think of it as you are doing something for them. It's a protection of your peace, and that's really what matters. My fourth tip is to truly listen. Listen before you respond. It's so easy to hear something. This is how misunderstandings get started, because you hear something, it triggers you, and boom, we have a problem. But sometimes that's not what the person is saying. Listen to maybe their perspective. Think about different factors that have caused them to deliver this information to you in a way that maybe could use a bit of refinement. But always focus on what is the goal. What is the goal of this conversation? What is the purpose of this interaction? Is there something at the end that is going to be beneficial, or is there something that's going to be solved? That's what we're trying to get to. How they deliver it, everything in between can become misconstrued, wires can get crossed, and a lot of confusion can be created. So just listen when people are talking to you, to make sure that no issues arise, but also listening in the fact of trying to be someone who is genuinely interested in other people. People want to know that they're being heard, that they are being appreciated, and if they're sharing something with you, they want to know that you actually care about what they have to say, about what they're going through, about challenges that they might be facing. And so take a moment, remove any distractions that can kind of keep you from listening with intention or listening actively, and pour into people as they are having these conversations with you. You can gain so much value and just learn so many things from conversations if you really just lean in and give your undivided attention. And my fifth tip is cleanliness. A feminine woman is always, always, always striving for cleanliness. And that is in our physical appearance, with our bodies, with our minds, and even everything that we are connected to. So our homes and our cars. Of course, life happens. things get messy, things get out of hand. Like I popped my trunk today and was like, what in the world is going on back here? Like I had no clue that this was a whole mess. But I took care of it. And so, you know, when things kind of get out of control or get in a bit of a disarray, really focus on dedicating time to get your life organized, make sure everything is clean, fresh, and that's just going to make you feel so good. Like let's say that you're just not having the best day, but if you feel like you look your best, you feel clean, you smell nice, that's really going to be a good boost for you to want to turn your day around into a more positive direction. And then with our surroundings, if I'm like trying to focus on building a company or working or building relationships or really anything at all, how am I going to focus on that when I'm looking around me and it's a mess? And I'm like, oh, I need to pick up those clothes. I need to get that spider web in the corner. Like there's so many like little things that I know can take a lot of time, but they can distract you and keep you from really being able to move forward into the direction that you should be going or fully invest and focus on something because you're so distracted by the mess that's going on around you. So really try your best to just maintain a clean environment, keep yourself clean, and see how that really can benefit your life. And it also can just make your life so much easier. You don't have to look for things. You know where everything is. It has a proper place and it's in that place. And you would just feel good about the environment and the atmosphere that you've created for yourself. And now for the bonus tip. This one is a little bit more fun. In relation to femininity, people always think about a feminine woman from the outside. And yes, that does have something to do with femininity. So we're going to focus on personal appearance. So we kind of already touched on it a little bit as far as making sure that you are maintaining a clean body and your hair is clean and all that kind of stuff. But also we're going to focus on the wardrobe. And so a feminine woman, you think, oh, she always looks so nice. She's well dressed. She's polished. She's so well put together. And so when you think about that, it can feel like an overwhelming thought. Like, how am I supposed to be a feminine woman if I have to deal with all of this stuff, constantly figuring out what to wear and the hair and the makeup and the jewelry? Like, it can just seem like it's so much. But my best tip for sustainable femininity when it comes to your wardrobe is to have a streamlined wardrobe. Very simple, classic, quality pieces that can be easily put together, easily mixed and matched, easily paired with accessories to kind of jazz it up a bit, but that's not going to overwhelm you and that you know you're going to look nice in and also feel great in. Don't put on things that are not going to make you feel good, things that are extremely constricting, things that don't fit well. Fit is such an important piece. Make sure that your clothes fit nice. You spend money on these clothes, you wear them to different events and occasions and just out and about in the world. And so you want to make sure that the fit is really good. If you have to invest in a good tailor, go ahead and do that to make sure that you're really putting yourself together well and have pieces that make you look and feel great. I really like to use Pinterest as a resource as far as like a feminine wardrobe goes. I love to wear dresses because I think they're pretty, but honestly, I'm gonna tell you a little secret. Yes, I think dresses are beautiful and I like them, but also dresses are the most comfortable thing for me and they're super easy. It's one piece, so I don't have to think about a top and a bottom. Maybe I'll put like a jacket, a blazer over it, and then I have to pair it with shoes, and that's all the thought process that has to go into it. But also it's so much more comfortable. Like, jeans don't always fit. Pants, the elastic may be uncomfortable. So with a dress, I just don't have to think about those things, but I have on this beautiful dress. It looks very nice and put together. It gives off a nice feminine vibe. I can wear it with heels, sneakers, wedges, boots, and so many options. So I am definitely a dress girl, but you don't have to wear dresses to be considered feminine. Just make sure that whatever you are wearing looks good on you, fits you well, makes you feel comfortable, shows your personality, and helps you present yourself in the way that you would like to be perceived by others. So those are my 5 tips to sustainable femininity with a bonus tip for the wardrobe appearance piece. I hope that you enjoyed this information and you found it helpful. And if you are kind of going on your feminine journey, you can really focus on looking inward to those interactions that you have with others and how you present yourself and pull that all into a nice package that you feel like represents femininity for yourself. I will see you all next week for another weekly dose of self-improvement. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at Affirmations with Amber.